Oh, wait. We're still going. All right.
All
we
right.
are back.
Yeah.
I think we are.
We're back, everyone. Let me go ahead and finish properly pouring this beer from Culver here.
Gracias. Which beer is this again?
So this is Heady Topper from the Alchemist Brewing.
Yeah, which I don't know if you guys can see.
Yeah,
it's
here.
Kind of hard to tell because I don't have a light behind me. Here, you can turn that can so they can actually see what the fuck it says. But it's a hazy IPA. It's pretty solid. This is the one I had last week that Chris was interested in, so I figured we'd try it.
So let me go ahead
It's
and
a
try
double
this
IPA also. Don't let it creep up on you. Also, I have a hella fucked up tooth, which is why you'll see me. I noticed during the last video, and you'll probably see me during this video, this side of my mouth isn't moving real well. It's because it's swollen as fuck. But luckily, I'm taking shots of vodka and ibuprofen, so hopefully it helps a bit. We'll find out.
I'll do my best to alleviate pain.
That's right.
Speaking terms.
He's going to suck the pain out of my face later.
Sure.
That's what he meant. Shout out
yeah.
to Adam, who totally called it that we were ultra gay.
Oh, yeah. What was that? Whatever. It doesn't that was funny, though.
All right. Well, we will go ahead and get into this. Is our pick video, part 2 of the Sound of Violence podcast. Yep. Since fucking we are also doing, I have my other computer doing the fucking audio. If you guys are listening to the audio version of our podcast, you just heard a clip of, I don't know, probably either Brendan Schaub shitting on Jeff Nowitzki in a hilarious manner or something along those lines, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to include.
So check that out. Also, Trevor had to take off, like we said, but it was fun having him on, and it actually worked out well considering he knows a lot of science compared to us.
I mean, compared to us. So he did have some in-depth conversations about what he was able to break down.
Yeah,
so,
literally has a chemical engineering degree from UCSD. So
yeah.
Not the worst person to have on this week, I suppose. So
yeah, Go Tritons, I think is what they are. Which
are they? I don't think they are.
They're called the Tritons or something.
I don't think that's what they're called.
I just remember it's like a dude with a fucking trident. I think they're called the Tritons.
They're called the Aquamans.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Shout out to the SDS. No, sorry, the UCSD.
Don't shame SDSU. We're the Aztecs.
That's right. Shouts to Josh Gross. Anyway, all right. Let's go ahead and get into our picks for UFC 232. As normal, we're going to start from the bottom of the card, and we're going to go through and kind of break down each of these fights and give our opinions.
I just noticed you can see me right now, so I'm probably not going to try to scratch myself too much.
Oh, there you go.
Let's go ahead. Yeah, let's get into this first fight. It's a bantamweight bout between Brian Kelleher and Montel Jackson. Brian's William Kelleher, a.k.a. Whitey Mouse.
That's right.
I might call him. As professional record.
Careful, don't call him that too much, or it might get sent to 1.
That's a very fair point.
Oh, you know what? Actually, let me also pull up this while we're doing this. Anyway, Whitey Mouse.
Yes. So Whitey Mouse is going, let's see.
He's fighting Montel Jackson in the opener for 232.
This is the opener, just basically the fight past prelims, right?
Yeah, first fight.
So last time we saw Brian Kelleher, he got knocked out at near the middle end of the third round to John Lineker. I mean,
couple canceled bouts before that too, or after that too.
John Lineker is a guy who kind of feeds off hooks. That's his game plan. I'm not going to call him one-dimensional, but as far as we've seen from John Lineker, he kind of is.
I'm just going to call him a shit-eating wild man who comes forward and throws hooks.
The guy doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I'll give it to him there.
Also, that fight was crazy as shit. John Lineker, towards the end of that fight, just didn't give any fucks and just was throwing mad hooks to the body.
Yeah, he was digging in.
He was just literally running him down with hooks to the body and head. Like, it was ridiculous.
Before that, Keller had a 2-win streak. He defeated Damian Stasiak by knockout via punches near the middle end of the third round back in, 2017 in October. And then he defeated Renan Barão, who used to be like the bona fide I'm the shit 135.
Yeah, champion. He's the guaranteed champ when Dom Cruz was gone. Up until TJ Dillashaw.
It sucks we never
party.
did see that fight between him and Don Cruz. That could have been very interesting. Oh, well, that's in the past. He's going up against Montel Quick Jackson. It's a record of 6 wins, 1 loss.
Yep.
26-year-old fighter. Last time we saw him fight, he had a unanimous decision loss to Ricky Simone.
That's right.
When was that?
August of this year.
This year.
Ricky Simone, of course, the teammate of Jake's, the Black Attack Smith, who I'm a big fan of, who does the Writer and the Fighter podcast. Not the Writer Fighter podcast, or the fuck Alan Joban's podcast is. It's the Writer and the Fighter with Jake Smith and Dave Golden, which is great. And he also talks mad shit back and forth with Ricky Simone during that, which is very funny. He also is dating Ricky Simone's cousin, I believe.
A lot of Ricky Simone involvement.
It's hilarious. I highly recommend checking that out. But anyway, yeah, he's coming off that loss to Ricky Simone in a competitive fight that Ricky was just able to out kind of grit him towards the end of. Then he had that big win in Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series in the third over Rico Descuyo. Yeah, thank you. Should have leaned on you to do the Italian-looking ass name.
And then Jesse Vanamacher, just kidding. I was like, I mean, No Mercy. Gotta love those names.
No Mercy 7.
A-Town Throwdown.
This is actually a great
Holy
run
shit.
of card names, which is King of the Cage Mercenaries 2, No Mercy 7, and A-Town Throwdown 13. That's a good run right there.
Yeah.
And then Dana White Tuesday Night Contender Series, which is by far the worst name.
Or some people call it Dancing with the Stars, or Dana White's with the Stars.
Yeah, it's the fucking worst name. I need to stop referring to him in any of the shows he's in. Like, it should just be called Contenders Tuesday Night Contender Series.
GoofCon 1, and then just as it gets
there
worse,
you go.
As Reddit says,
that's not bad.
This whole situation from tomorrow's fights, it's GoofCon 3, I think.
I mean, we're at GoofCon 1,000,000 at this point.
Yeah,
we're in the red on this shit.
As far as how I see this fight, I know Kelleher's game plan. I think he's more of a grappling guy.
I mean, he can bang it out. He put pressure on Hiddenborough.
Yes, excuse me.
Definitely will push a pace.
He has some knockout finishes. He can end the fight when the pace, like I said, is in his favor. Montel Jackson, I don't have too much.
He looked good against Ricky early, but towards the later ends of that fight, Ricky was just able to outwork him a little bit and out-grapple him against the cage and just kind of put a pace on him. It was still a very competitive fight. So I think it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
I think I'm going to lean towards Kelleher in this one, like decision.
I'm
going to go with the veteran on this one.
Yeah.
But if Jackson can get a victory regardless of decision or finish, it puts him on the map because Kelleher's definitely a name that's known at 135, and it's respectable at this point, given that division, because that division's kind of in limbo. It's
real weird. That 130, especially since that 135 division is adopting a lot of the 25ers right now, but there's no official word. It'll definitely be a good point. It'll definitely be interesting to see how that progresses. While I go ahead and pull up the odds on this, why don't you tell us what you think of that beer?
So yeah, this Heady Topper is absolutely fantastic.
It's good, right? But it's like, compared to the ratings on fucking Untapped and Beer Advocate, I don't know if it's that good. Like, I like it a lot, but I've had a better beer, and that shit has like 4 5s or 5s.
I'll just say this, like, out of because they changed the rating system, by the way. It used to be on a 100 scale.
Which one?
Beer Advocate.
Okay, because it used to Beer Advocate rate beer.
It used to be where 60 to 70 is poor, meaning it's whatever, it sucks.
Right.
I don't want to say it sucks. It's just as far as
60 to 70 was like Sam Adams lager, Boston lager.
It's more like Heineken level. Like
okay,
it's
yeah. Okay.
It's 60 to 70 is drinkable.
Heineken in a can.
Anything below 60, like no.
Like, but some of it's like.
I'll just say this: Bud Light, like any light beer, obviously is like a 45. Like it's poor. That's not my point. The point as far as drinkable craft beers, you'd want an 80 a B minus. You do a letter grade scale to 100. Like they had Sculpin originally was 95, like world class.
So Sculpin used to be way better back before I got bought out.
For example, this beer, Heady Topper, is a 4.7 out of 5, which is world fucking class.
It's crazy.
And remember, this beer is very, very good as far as IPA. But when double IPA, excuse me. So as far as double IPA, it's great. Other double IPAs top of my head, I can't really name. As far as other world class beers, when I think of IPA, I think of Pliny, which I still think is fantastic. I know people like to.
It's a very different style of IPA, a double IPA.
I really still love Bell's Two Hearted Ale. The smell is
Bell's is super underrated, especially now that out here in the West Coast we started getting it pretty regularly. You got to get it fresh as a thing, which luckily I believe these are pretty fresh, even though they're not dated on the can. They do seem pretty fresh. So.
Either way, I got to go back to the website and kind of see the higher ratings or the list,
Right. But it's pretty good,
you
right?
and I are basically beer advocates ourselves at this point.
For sure. I mean, but like I said, I really like this beer, but it doesn't blow me away in the same way that like Pliny did the first time I had it, or even so like I've had beers at Stone Brewing that blow my fucking mind.
I'll just say this: the one Stone beer that I had is the Choco Besa, the Mexican hot chocolate beer.
I had that not long ago.
I am a huge stout guy, and if you can make me drinking a stout feel like I'm drinking hot chocolate, that's
real good. And also, dude, did I tell you at the Stone Liberty Station location, I had a peanut butter and jelly Berliner Weiss. Tell me how bad that sounds, and I will tell you how fucking delicious it was.
That sounds amazing to me.
It sounds
supposed to be
broken.
Sour, but if you mix peanut butter and jelly,
no,
like,
it tastes like a raspberry jelly that at the very, very, very last hint of it, you get a little bit of peanut butter on it.
And that's a good point because, excuse me, someone say, wait, what kind of jelly? Strawberry.
You gotta go raspberry if you're going Berliner Weiss.
Yeah. But in any sense, when I think of my favorite beers off the top of my head, my favorite dark beer still to this day, Ale Smith Speedway Stout.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter what variation. It could be my favorite Vietnamese coffee.
I was gonna say the Vietnamese coffee is very good. But I like straight up Speedway Stout.
Yeah. I remember that was a fun Father's Day gift to my dad this year. He appreciated that. He had 2 big motherfucking bottles and a T-shirt.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Anyway. Not a booze podcast, despite my best efforts. Brian Kelleher versus Montel Jackson. Currently, the line for this fight, according to Bo Vada, is a -165 for Montel Jackson to a +135 for Kelleher. Man, that is. I would expect that to be much closer.
Yeah, as would I. So,
that's interesting. I'm interested to see how that fight goes. I think it's gonna be a big statement for either dude, depending on how it goes. But man, I think people sleep on Kelleher a little bit just because of the competition he's faced, and also I don't know, him rapping all the time on Twitter probably doesn't help his.
That's right. He's the real Slim Shady, clearly.
Him and I forget the other dude. Oh, fuck. Why can I not remember his name? The fucking Mac Miller of the 135 division. 145.
Was it Stamen?
No, definitely wasn't Cody the Flower Cock as whatchamacallit coined him. Connor and I think it was technically Vivisection.
Oh yeah.
But it was probably Heavy Hands also. Connor really likes that.
This next fight is welterweight bout between
dope fight.
Curtis Melinder. I had the pleasure, and you're like, why do you always reference? It's a motherfucker. I saw him in live, so I'm always gonna reference that.
Yep.
This dude is badass as shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
This dude, how old is this guy?
He is
31.
Yep.
But he fights younger. And I was like, what does that mean? No.
He's been on a crazy run.
So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 fight fucking win streak
against some good ass competition.
I don't care what win streak is a win streak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so that win streak kicked off at some smaller orgs, but
That
he had the win
Bellator-
over. Yeah, I was gonna say in Bellator 170, he had the win over Johnny Cisneros. He had a win over Kevin Holland, who you guys would know as, I believe, the dude who fought Thiago Santos recently.
He is currently 185.
Yeah,
not a welterweight because this guy's a welterweight.
Yeah, he
Which,
fought.
by the way, this guy reminds me of Rumble, as far as how big he is now.
Not like
in that like
the
how big
crazy
Rumble
one
got.
punch power
Yeah,
either,
but still, this dude. Let's look at his height. I remember I saw this guy. Even my brother's like, dude, how 6'2".
Yeah,
And you're
he's very big for welterweight.
Yeah,
I mean, he's not crazy big, but the performances he put on against Nick Barnes in LFA, and then Thiago Alves and Max Griffin back to back. That Max Griffin win was a big statement because I was high on Max Griffin going into that fight. And yeah, it's impressive to see him get that win. I'm very interested to see his next upcoming fight. And he's facing off against Sierra Bahadurzada, Sierra the Great.
I think we covered this guy just a little bit ago, right?
Yeah, Juan Chagas fight back in April, I believe.
Okay.
He won via body kick and punch. I haven't done it. Honestly, I haven't done a ton of tape study for this card because it's been chaos this week.
Yeah, unfortunately, neither.
But Sierra's a guy who's been around for a while and had some good wins, had some tough injury issues, if I remember right.
I believe so, yeah. He had a couple of he's supposed to fight in hospital.
Yeah, he had the injury again in the lead up to the Masvidal fight, and Claudio Silva he had an injury in the lead up to that fight. Also, Brandon Thatch, he had that arm triangle win over back in 2016. So he's coming off the win back in April over Juan Chagas, which is a good win, but Juan Chagas is also a fairly unproven dude for that division.
Yeah.
He is a Jackson Wink product, which is always, I don't know if that's a plus or a liability at this point in Jackson Wink's history.
And where's this guy from again? Sierra Bahadurzada. I know it was
Iran, Afghanistan.
That's right. He's the Afghani fighter. I love kind of seeing those fighters just from.
This is Chris reading a text since he forgets you guys can see him.
Yeah, so I know you can see me. It's just my brother keeps saying, "What part are you guys at right now?" I'm like, "No, motherfucker, we're recording live part 2."
Yeah.
Now, so
also, shouts out to Kyle Madaffer, who is the
he was probably the only person that commented in the first part.
No, that's not true. Because the first part also we had Judo Bill and the homie Adam who gave us a frowny face.
Sure.
That's right. So shouts out to Adam because he cracked me up honestly during that last one talking shit, and you already know we love us some Judo Bill. So man, this Curtis Millender fight, I gotta lean Curtis just off of
I'm leaning him mainly from what I saw, just from the fact that he already beat Max Griffin, would beat people like Mike Perry. Mike Perry's getting better. He's learning more tools to the trade.
Yeah, age and size I think are going to be a big factor in this fight. I think Curtis is. I just think he's getting sharper, and I don't have faith in CR.
By the way, methods of victory. Have we been discussing that kind of?
For the last fight, I mean, I had Keller via decision.
That's what I have. What are you thinking for this one?
I'm probably going to go Millender via decision.
That's what I was thinking.
I think CR is pretty tough. I think he's going to hang in there. I just think he's going to have trouble. Kind of establishing any kind of significant run. Although, damn, I forget how strong CR's history is. Like, dude's fought some killers and won against them, but I mean, when you're fighting in shit like Sengoku 5 way back in the day in Shudo Brazil, man, it's hard to pick a dude whose debut.
Regional Dutch fights like Netherlands, Belgium, Russia.
It's hard to pick a dude whose debut was in 2002. Let me put it that way. Especially when he's with Jackson. If he's still with Jackson Wink, we're looking at Tapology, which is saying he is. So I'm going to go Curtis via decision, but I'm not a lot of confidence at all. You go the same way?
I'm going the same way. Yeah.
Let's see. Odds are Curtis Millender, according to Bovada, is a -150 favorite to a +120 Sierra Bahadurzada. I can see that. I would think it. Yeah, that's about right. That's about how confident I am.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I lead the same way as well.
Yeah. Cool. We'll keep on moving on.
So, I'll be honest. I completely forgot. No disrespect to him that Uriah Hall was on this card.
I did too until people started mentioning.
I saw him during the weigh-in. They're like, next up, Uriah Hall. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
He had the card. Fuck
feels
yeah.
like it's been a while, right?
I like watching Uriah Hall. And the last time I saw him, I saw him live at 226. And always his factor.
That was always a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, and you know what? He
didn't do bad.
He had a lot of success with the jab.
Early.
The jab really fucked up Paulo Costa. Fucked up the timing. He's fighting Bevion Lewis, who ultimately
I think.
So Bavon. Oh, you're right. Bavon Lewis. I'm thinking of Le'Veon Bell, running back. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Bavon Lewis.
Who I believe is also out of Jackson Wink.
So
he's basically a young dude coming off the LFA.
I was going to say, I don't know too much about Bavon Lewis except for what I've seen from Contender Series.
Yeah.
And for me, when it comes to most Contender Series fighters, it's either highlights of what you show me or what I've seen last minute. And it's always no disrespect to those fighters.
They've been feeding him to the fucking wolves lately. Like, it's do or die with Contender Series. Like, they're going to put you in against some motherfucker like Thiago Santos if you're Kevin Holland. And they're like, hey prove whether or not you can kill a murderer.
Kevin Holland survived.
And talk shit the entire time.
For a boy from Sucktown.
Oh, boy.
Then again, those dudes.
But then again,
when you're going up in weight, you're just like, fuck cutting weight, man. I'm just going to throw a heater.
Well, and also, Thiago Santos is a crazy person.
Yeah.
He literally said
he's got the hammer Mjolnir on his chest. Like, you've got to be insane.
He literally
said, like, you know what? I am Thor.
He literally said in the locker room, "Oh, I had a game plan, but then I decided, no, I'm just gonna brawl."
Yeah.
Like, yo, you do you, Thiago Santos. You do you.
So this is kind of.
I am so bad at picking Uriah Hall fights. I think I had him over Paulo Costa.
I'll just say this.
No, you know what? I did have Paulo Costa last time via KO.
Part of me. So, how tall is Bavon Lewis?
Bavon Lewis is 6'3".
I'm gonna go with Bavon Lewis. As much as I like Uriah Hall,
just off size.
Size. What's the reach? 79 to Hall. I guess like 75, 78 range. 79. Okay, longer.
It's actually a little bit longer.
You know what? I'm gonna go Hall. I think it's to his jab. He's gonna realize against a taller opponent, his jab can work. I think he's gonna stick the outside and kind of play a safe fight. I think it's a good decision. Don't get me wrong, I'm not completely confident in this at all. I think Bavon Lewis could win this. And if Bavon Lewis wins this, it does wonders for him. And that's great for your brand, for your marketing, for your image. Especially for a guy coming from the Dana White 6-9 Contender Series. You get a win against someone like Uriah Hall, who's a name from Tough. He's a name in general. He has highlight knockouts. It helps you out. Not saying this is how it should go, but yeah, I gotta lean Bavon.
I think I have
reluctantly.
I have to take Hall just off of strength of competition. Like here's Uriah Hall's last 4 losses. It's Paulo Costa, who has been looking like a beast.
I mean,
Gegard Mousasi, who he beat previously. Derek Brunson, who also is just a fucking beast, and Robert Whittaker, who's the goddamn champ. So
I mean,
it's tough, man. Points. And he looked good against Robert Whittaker in moments, like. And he beat Gegard with crazy spinning
that fucking knee, too.
So, man, it's really tough. I think if Bavon Lewis can push a pace against Uriah Hall and put him against the cage and really work him over, I think he's got this. I just am not confident enough. And also, I should reemphasize, done 0 tape study for this card.
Oh,
other than, like,
nor have I.
Whatever I've seen of Contender Series or whatever, so.
I think it makes it a little interesting in retrospect, but yeah, I'm gonna go. What did I say?
Bavon,
yeah.
Do you have a method on that?
Decision. I think it's be fairly competitive.
I think it will be too. I'm gonna go Uriah Hall decision, which is a weird pick now that I think about it. Fuck, Uriah Hall's gonna lose this via decision, isn't he? When was the last time Uriah Hall won a decision?
That's just my thoughts, but
Thiago Santos in 2014 Oh, okay.
That's impressive in hindsight.
Sure. I'm going to go Uriah Hall with zero confidence.
By the way, shout out to my brother Kyle, who just texted me he's watching live. So
hey, shout out to Kyle.
Hey.
If Kyle throws something in chat, I'll shout it out.
Yeah. Remember, Kyle, you can chat on YouTube. I guess technically since you're watching on the app, something like that.
Yeah.
I actually have no idea how that works, to be honest.
I don't know how it works either. I know that our boy earlier, Adam, was talking about shit.
Yeah.
That must be possible.
That was fucking actually
Also,
funny.
Judo Bill was in the building earlier.
Yeah.
So, again, shouts out to that dude.
Yeah.
It's weird doing this shit live, but I'm glad y'all are enjoying it. So, let's see. The odds for that Uriah Hall fight. Uriah Hall is this should be dead even. Uriah Hall is a plus 105 via Bovada. I don't know why I shut out Bovada every time. I always lose money on that site. Oh, sorry. Uriah is a minus 105 underdog to a minus 125 Devon Lewis.
By the way, check the chat when you can. It looks like
Kyle talking shit.
He says he just chatted him.
Live chat.
Yep.
Hey, there we go.
Hey, Jones can suck my big one.
Yeah, evidently Jones.
We're gonna get my anti-doping shirt.
Yo,
I don't know. You might want to hit up Alexander Gustafsson on Twitter.
No, it's all good. Kyle, we're going to send you a shirt that says anti-doping, and then it's going to be a long sleeve with just a needle sticking out of the arm on one side.
We'll make one ourselves.
And also, Stephen Fritz, we will get to the John Jones fight here before too long, but it'll be a bit. And also, I just, at this moment, I have no idea which way I'm leaning on that. I keep wanting to pick Gus, but I have zero.
This next fight, wow.
One of my favorite fights on the card.
Yeah, I'll let you break this. I'll let you break this down.
So Nathaniel Wood is a motherfucker. He's been on a run in Cage Warriors. He has wins over Von Lee, some dude's name who I'm not going to butcher, named Marco, Josh Reed. Josh Reed, he won via punches in the first. Luca, he won via punches in the first, and then he had that win over Johnny Eduardo via darts in the second, which is a big win.
Legit as fuck.
Yeah, he's a beast. He was originally supposed to be fighting Tom Duquesnoy on this card. The Fireball Kid had to drop out. And he's taking on Andre Ewell. Andre Ewell is out of Apex MMA, and he's had some good wins for sure over in LFA, CES. I mean, he's been in some solid regional shows, and then he also has that recent split decision win over Henan Barao, which I think he definitely got. I don't know why that was split decision, but it was competitive nonetheless. And man, this is kind of a tough one to pick just because Nathaniel Wood has been beasting on dudes, but it's also like he will get into fucking scraps with motherfuckers. Which could be tough against a dude like Andre Ewell, who had a really competitive fight with Henan Barao. So I'm definitely leaning Nathaniel Wood, probably via sub, I would say. Although, actually, I might go decision. I'm going to go sub with very little confidence. Just because Nathaniel Wood's been looking real good, and he is real slick. So, yeah, I'm going to go Nathaniel Wood via sub, probably second round or so. But I should also say I'm a big Nathaniel Wood fan. He was great on Brad One Punch Pickett's podcast, the One Punch Pod or whatever it's called, where they were hanging out in a burger bar eating like crazy giant burgers.
That's right.
It's a very good episode.
I think I'm going to go ahead and lean towards Nathaniel Wood as well. I know Andre Ewell win over Henan Barao is impressive, but to me, that's more impressive. At
this point in time,
a couple of years ago,
yeah.
No disrespect to Ewell and his worth ethic.
And it was so competitive, and Henan
based on
it was one of Henan's better fights, but
yeah, and based on who these guys have fought, in the past couple of years, I gotta lean Wood as well.
Yeah, what method you take?
I have a decision. I know it's kind of like,
that's probably a smart take.
Is this a decision kind of card? I mean, it's one of those where it's like, dude, it's easier to call decision than to say, he's gonna knock him out. Because like, dude, what? The only kind of fights you call for a knockout are with fighters who have legitimate knockout power.
Well, not
generally.
Not only that, but like I feel like a lot of this card is either it's an early finish or it's a decision.
Yeah.
Like a lot of these fights, like the next fight is a great example. Ryan Hall, BJ Penn. Like either that's an early knockout or sub, or it's a decision that's going to be really fucking grimy. The same with Brian Kelleher, Montel Jackson. Like Montel Jackson could have come out like a house on fire, but I like that to go probably pretty late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Nathaniel Wood for sure in that one. Looks like according to the odds, Nathaniel Wood is a minus 125 favorite to a minus 105 underdog. And Andre Ewell, I've been seeing this line move a lot. And I'm interested to see where it actually lands on Fight Night. Because people were pretty high on Andre Ewell. And he did look really good against Hanan, but
yeah,
I'm just so high on Nathaniel Wood.
This could be one of those fights too, where it's like, holy shit, Andre Ewell.
Oh, this is 100% a coming out party for Andre Ewell. If he puts a stamp on Nathaniel Wood in this fight, it's a big deal.
I'll have you real quick kind of intro into our MMA Depressed fight while I get another beer.
Oh, go ahead.
So, do you need another one too?
Yeah. You know what? Why don't you crack open that Focal Banger,
Sounds good.
which is the other brewery or the other beer from the brewery, The Alchemist.
Yeah, let's do that.
Which is, I would argue, better than the one we just had. I really like that one.
So let me.
I think I talked about it last week. I really liked that one a lot more.
So we'll show this to the camera, even though this is kind of black and negative, I guess.
The Alchemist.
Probably can't see this too well.
Banger.
It's also from the Alchemist Brewing in Vermont.
Yeah. On that hazy life.
I know you're probably still sipping on that. I don't know if you need a separate glass.
Also, Kyle Madaffer let us know, totally not related to the person who left or whatever that direction too.
Yeah, totally not my twin.
Yeah, no, definitely not literally your twin, even though you guys are not identical at all. Let's see. He says he only shares needles, but would love a shirt. Shouts out.
Thanks.
We will definitely get you a shirt, bro.
All right, Kyle. So since you're probably still watching this, I'm not going to read the lengthy description of this beer. Focal Banger. What kind of beer is this? 7%. It's a regular American IPA.
Hazy IPA. You can tell because they say don't pour it.
Guess what? So this will be fucking amazing. Let's find out.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what you think about of that compared to the other one.
I like this one more.
Me too. It's way better than the popular one,
it's
right?
Way better.
It's way fucking hands down better.
Hands down. Like
it has like mango peach, like
it's almost like a like a negative effect where it's like I don't know how to explain it, but it's
to be fair, this one's a double and that one's just a regular IPA. But it's way better. Like it has that awesome, like almost peach ring kind of taste.
You got this at Par?
Yeah, Par Liquor in Claremont. Shouts out to them.
For all the San Diego locals, of course. What the fuck is that? Or just anyone in
Claremont
general.
Mesa Boulevard, motherfuckers.
Go on Beer Advocate. Look up this beer. Just search it up in your local vicinity.
I'm sure a lot of people have heard of.
I'm sure probably like fuck you, novice.
Oh, I'm sure all of our listeners in Vermont who totally exist.
This is like their
are like,
oh, whatever.
How dare you, bro? Shit on our fucking God beer. Speaking of God beer, BJ Penn is fighting. Oh, sorry, that's God tier. BJ Penn is fighting Ryan Hall, and I don't feel good about this.
The pool jumper is fighting the I beat up people in a restaurant who offend my family.
Sure, or you can call BJ Penn the one reference.
Oh God! Whoa! Why did you show me his recent streak?
Oh, you mean the fact that his last one was Matt Hughes in 2010? Is that what you're referencing?
Mr. Trainwrecks too soon?
Oh boy, that was probably not. No.
Never mind. Sorry. I supposedly read quotes from his book of what he's done when he's a kid. Never mind.
No, he's great. He's a great person about how him and his brother used to beat the shit out of his father.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of their dad. They tried to bury him alive. He used to take advantage of high school girls when he was like 25. Never mind. Besides, sorry.
No, don't read his book.
No.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah. He's a model citizen.
No, 100%.
Anyway, so
he's taking on literally a model citizen in Ryan Hall.
Yeah, no, this guy literally. Last time I remember Ryan Hall, he was like at some.
Last time he fought was
He was at an Italian restaurant.
Oh, right. You met Ryan Hall?
No. Yeah, right. I remember the last time I heard about that event, he was at an Italian restaurant with his wife and family, and some drunk guy was just being out of order.
You talking about Matt Serra?
No, Ryan Hall. Remember Ryan Hall did this? This drunk guy was trying to start shit with Ryan Hall and his wife. He was just talking shit about everyone in the restaurant, and Ryan Hall was like, well, now I gotta use my jiu-jitsu. And
You're talking about Matt Serra?
No, Ryan Hall did this. He talked about it on the podcast.
About how he sat on the dude's chest and held his hands down? Because that's Matt Serra.
Yeah, but Ryan Hall. I remember Ryan.
Did Ryan Hall do it too?
Yes, I swear to fucking God.
Really?
Ryan Hall literally did this.
We're fact checking your ass right now.
This was like in fucking Southern California, I believe.
Ryan Hall.
It's a restaurant. I swear to God, Ryan Hall did this too. Restaurant, yeah.
For real.
There you go, restaurant video. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Restaurant fight.
Yeah. You were right.
Let's
You were right.
go.
Okay. We'll put this on in the background during this fight. Okay. Who the fuck
Who
is
the fuck
breaking
is
this
this
down?
guy? It's like, let me have no shirt on. Fuck you.
I'm sure this dude is somebody. Whoever.
Gazzy Academy.
Yeah, shout out to Gazzy Academy. I have no idea who you are. But, yeah, you're right.
He was at a pizza joint.
Ryan Hall.
And this guy was like, I remember he's like, fuck you, who are you, bitch? And he was like talking to
like,
this
I will take
and
your
Ryan Hall would like, of course, look at him. He's like, is this guy serious? And look at they did the edit, like on his coach.
This is great.
Yeah, they're like, hey, this guy is literally interrupting my dinner. And this guy was like,
I've never
you.
seen this.
You've never seen this? I remember I mentioned this like probably 2 years ago.
I've never
probably one of our
watched
original episodes, to be
Yeah.
fair. Yeah. But he's like, fuck you, pussy. Like, who the fuck are you? The guy shoves his coach. Like, fucking coach is fully.
This is ridiculous. This dude
He gets
is
in his
idiot.
face and look at Ryan Hall.
Literally gives him the takedown. And Ryan Hall's like, all right,
Look
bro.
at this, dude. I remember this video.
How many knees does
Look
he
at
take
this.
home with him? What an idiot. God, people are so fucking dumb. This is great.
Yeah, by the way, Kyle, if you're still watching this, I remember I told this multiple times. Well, it's important to know jiu-jitsu because if some dumb motherfucker tries to start shit with you,
Shit. You know Kyle's getting turned up because he just opened a bottle of Kirkland Tequila Silver. Yo, I fucks with you, Kyle. I fucks with Kirkland drinks.
Cheers.
Dude, Kirkland vodka is the jam.
Cheers, Kyle. Cheers.
Orale. Anyway, we'll keep on moving on.
But yeah, I just had to show you that.
No, you were right. I was
Ryan
thinking,
Hall is the G.
what's up with Italian food places getting wild?
I know, ask Ray Longo. Ask Prince.
Yeah, for real.
Ask those fucking dumb
That's
Dagos.
hilarious.
They're not dumb, but you know.
Oh boy. Let's reiterate that Chris is Italian as shit. And so when he uses the phrase Dago, it's in a loving spirit.
Yeah. So let's get back to this fight.
Do we have to? Or can we just pick? Because I don't want to talk about it. I feel bad. I don't like it.
Tell me what. Okay, can I tell you what my pick is?
Ryan Hall by knockout?
No, I'm thinking Ryan Hall just by submission.
I hope it's by submission, dude. I really hope it's by submission.
And I know you know. I'll be honest. I know you know more than me about BJ Penn's Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
It was great.
I'll say this. So, honestly, break this down to me because all I've known, swear to God, is that BJ Penn has been called a prodigy because he earned a black belt in like 5 years or something.
Oh, yeah. Crazy short amount of time.
So, explain to me.
Because
I've never
also
studied it. Explain to me
time ago.
his BJJ experience compared to, say, a Ryan Hall.
So, I believe.
Or like, I
want to say
that's not fair either.
I want to say it was ADCC where he took medals home early on. I'm probably butchering that, and I shouts out to my terrible memory.
By the way, shouts out to my coworker James, who's Hawaiian as well. Shouts out to Hawaii and I, all that stuff. I just gotta say real quick, just say something.
No, you better shout out the Hawaiians before we say that.
Yeah, James, I will probably see you tomorrow. During tomorrow's fight. I just want to shout you out right now on the live stream.
And also sorry for picking against BJ Penn. But
yeah, I'm very sorry.
I can't pick Baby J in the year 2019 almost.
Shouts out to Adam Wang, who BJ Penn. Whee! Stop crying. So Adam Wang, the warrior, the samurai himself, from what season?
There's a solid tough.
Season 5. Pulver versus Penn.
Yeah, there's a solid
Great
tough
season.
reference.
Yeah.
I love that GIF, by the way.
That's still probably literally my favorite season ever.
Oh, well, me too.
Especially with Nate Diaz and then Gabe Rudiger. Holy shit, that was a mess.
Jens Pulver, who obviously have a very clear bias for.
How many of you still want to fight for me? They're saying.
Yeah. No, I love, like, Jens is one of my favorite people ever. He's the reason why I got into the sport. Because I broke my hand when I was young, punching a fucking wall like an idiot. Like, boxer's fracture. And first thing the dude who resets my hand says is, so, are you related to Jens? Or I was like, no, dog, just a fan of his.
You should have lied.
To be fair, I later tweeted Jens like a long time ago.
I remember you showed me this.
And he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, fucking if you're a Pulver, your family." I was like, "Well,
I'll just say this: my 2 favorite seasons are 5 and 13. 5 because it was the cast and characters, and 13 because my boy
1 was pretty good.
El Kukui, Tony Ferguson saying to Charles Rader, "Where's your fucking kid at? Where's your son?"
Wait till
I'm sorry. That will always make me laugh. As insensitive as it is, remember he got attacked first.
Hey, wait till he fights.
And that season, he knocked out Justin Lawrence via fucking up kick.
Well, wait till he fights fucking Habib again and then says it to Ali. With the old school throwback.
In a perfect timeline, if that fight ever
Oh, God. Ali's going to assault me in the streets if he's ever in San Diego.
God damn it, that's going to be great. Because then Tony would be the champion with like 14 wins in a row.
Yeah.
And then guess what that would set up? Guess who's going to fight him for 145? Max fucking Holloway. And then you got the motherfucking champ fight.
I want that fight to happen so bad. I just have zero faith at all. Anyway, speaking of zero faith.
Yeah.
I don't see how BJ Penn wins this fight. Outside of if he's able to go back to his old school, sit down on his punches. I can see him like jabbing
the fuck out of Hall, maybe on the outside.
I still think he has trouble closing the distance because Hall's going to throw up a lot of weird fucking kicks like he did in his great manner.
Didn't train for this fight.
I know. Jason Perillo has fucking excommunicated all talk of BJ Penn after that fucking Frankie Edgar 3 fight. He was like, oh, that was not our game plan, bro. That is not how we did it. That's not how I did not tell him to tippy-toe his way through that fight.
Yeah.
Man, especially after watching the MMA Depressed, like, don't go watch BJ Penn versus Frankie Edgar 3 ever.
Oh boy.
Because it makes you feel bad. I don't even want to talk. I just hope this fight goes to the ground. John Morgan has my favorite take about this fight. Is I hope they walk to the center of the ring or the center of the octagon, slap hands, and both sit down and play a guard game. I hope that's what happens. I think it would be the dumbest shit.
You know what? That'd be kind of tight.
If they fucking like EBI fucking sub only rules style. Walk to the center, slap hands, both sit down, and they start working 50-50 guard. Like, that is my optimal take on how this fight goes. Unfortunately, I think BJ Penn gets hook kicked in the face a lot, and then when he finally does try to take it to the ground, he probably gets heel hooked. Or if he doesn't, the only thing is, if BJ Penn can work ground and pound from the guard at all, I think that it could make this interesting. I just worry about him gassing halfway through the first or second round.
I agree 100%. 100%.
At which point, I think Ryan Hall definitely starts hook kicking him in the face.
Yeah.
Gray Maynard style. So I think it's going to be very frustrating to watch. And I just hope that it's mostly grappling and scrambles because I think that'd be a lot of fun. But the opposite of that fight is this next fight. Oh, we should give odds first. Ryan Hall is currently
holy shit.
I mean, he should be a minus 450 favorite to a plus 325 BJ Penn. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to see BJ win this fight. I just have no faith in it happening. So anyway, let's move on before I get too fucking depressed. Peter Yan is taking on
basically the next big 135 prospect from motherfucking Russia.
For sure is. He's taking on
this dude is a badass motherfucker.
Yeah, he's taking on Douglas Silva de Andrade.
Yeah,
who's a beast as well.
Who's also a beast as well. Yeah, So I like this fight a lot. Peter Yan made his UFC debut back in, I can't read that year, June of early this year. He defeated, who the fuck was that? Sorry.
Jinsu San.
Teruto.
Oh, sorry, Teruto before that.
Fucking knocked him out in the first round. I remember that.
Yeah, smoked him.
Fucking destroyed him.
And he had a big run in ACB before that, back when ACB could pretend like they weren't owned by a Russian dictator.
Yeah, and then after that, about 3 months later, he's supposed to fight Douglas Andrade, who's fighting now. He ended up defeating Korean fighter Jinsu Sun unanimously. Yeah, this dude is the real deal as far as we know, as far as prospects go. Let's go to his opponent, the Brazilian.
Yeah,
who's
coming off some big wins.
His last victory was against Marlon Chito Vera, who's one of our favorite fighters in the podcast.
Yeah, and that was the fight where he walked Chito down and just kind of banged on him.
We know him from Tough Latin America One for like the last 5-6 years. Before that,
the Mowgli season, right?
Yeah, but I always forget Gabriel. It's Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel Mowgli Benitez.
Yes, he still was at Alliance. I love that fucking guy.
Yeah, me too.
Henry Briones also used to train Alliance. A lot of we said the Alliance has the Tijuana connection, the whole Mexico, Guadalajara. Yeah,
Eric Del Fierro.
Yeah. Miguel Reyes.
Miguel Reyes,
the
exactly.
Kickboxing coach, the Muay Thai guy from Tijuana. You kind of get that conglomerate of fighters, and it works out. You know,
and he's had
a strong core. It's a strong core group of people.
Damn, I forget he's been around since 2014. Against Tukagov. Good God.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of... Fuck. Part of me leans towards Peter Yan just because those Russians doing their grappling.
And he's looked real fucking dominant lately. Like Peter,
I'm sorry, dude.
Peter Yan's gone through some wars.
I gotta go Peter Yan, man. That fucking... the Russian grappling. Just that stylistic work of...
What method do you think?
Decision... The only mainly because the lower weight classes usually, I mean, there really aren't finishes unless you're like a Cody Garbrandt or like that. It's all stylistic based.
Yeah,
we get that. You
know. So you think he's got it by decision?
Yeah, because if you go look at Douglas Andrade, when's the last time he was knocked the fuck out?
I don't know that he
got
has
choked
been.
out. Yeah,
never been knocked out.
So decision, Peter Yan. I gotta go with the Russian guy. If it's Andrade, go back to the Russian guy real quick. Go down. Decision loss. Yeah, look at that. He hasn't really. Yeah, he hasn't really.
A lot of ones via punches.
Yeah, I gotta go. It's one of the things I feel like it's pretty evenly matched up. There's no fight before. This dude clearly has power in his fucking hands.
Oh, for sure.
He needs to be throwing grenades. I gotta go with him.
For sure. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go the same direction. I think Peter Yan has it. You actually talked me into the decision. I was leaning Peter Yan TKO, just because the pressure he's been putting on dudes. But Douglas Andrade hung in there with Chito Vera and put a pace on him, and he's clearly hard to put away. So I'm gonna go the same way. I'm gonna go Yan via decision. Looks like Peter Yan is a minus 325 favorite.
So it's weird. It goes almost
plus 250 underdog.
It goes, I see, from 295 to 315 to 300 to 300 to 350. So whoa,
it moves around a bit. This is definitely one that I
feel like if I were to average it out, I'd say 310. But that's just me, and I'm bad at math. So I'd say 310.
Something like that.
320. 320 is my average. I'd say he's a minus 320 to
probably minus 300 is about even. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see for sure. Anyway, we'll keep on moving on because my fucking face is swelling from my tooth being so fucked up. Shouts out to work sucking. I've been grinding my teeth, and if you guys can tell how this side of my face isn't moving a whole lot, that is due to a lot of Tylenol and shots and swelling.
This next fight.
Speaking of swelling, I think somebody's face is going to get swelled up in this fight.
Yeah, so this next fight, we have
Megan Anderson taking on Kat Zingano.
We're mutually interested in the fact that we both like Kat Zingano a lot, but we
I
also
like them both.
But we both like Megan Anderson a lot.
I'm big fans of both these women. They're both tough as shit.
Megan Anderson is tall as shit. She's about 6 feet tall. Last time we saw her.
Oh, she's bigger than that.
She's probably 6'1".
I guess she's listed as 6 foot, but she seems bigger than that.
She's what, 28? She's so she's 6. She's basically 6'1". She's huge. Last time we saw her, she got out grappled by Holly Holm,
which I didn't want to shout out, but I
don't want to shout, but it's more kind of kudos to Jackson Wing's game plan, to be honest, as far as the height discrepancy and the size discrepancy.
Well, I guess. And people sleep on Holly Holm's grappling number one because it's very good, especially
because dude, when I was looking at the comments from oh, she got out grappled by Holly Holm. That's embarrassing. No, it's not. Holly Holm.
People think Holly Holm's still the one
a strong motherfucker.
Well, and people still consider Holly Holm the same Holly Holm that fought Miesha Tate, which is Holly Holm's worked on her grappling a lot, especially in the clinch.
Yeah.
Which I think could be that's the one thing that makes me nervous about this fight for Megan Anderson, because I was leaning Megan Anderson pretty heavily in this matchup, but Kat Zingano is so fucking scrappy, and she will initiate grappling exchanges. So I think this fight entirely comes down to, can Kat Zingano make Megan work and get any kind of grappling exchanges going? Because Megan's really long and really sharp.
So, I like Megan's jabs. I like her ability to stick the outside.
She definitely does, yeah.
I think she'll do this well in the first round.
But 3 minutes is about how much confidence I have. Yeah.
I think rounds 2 and 3 will belong to Zingano. I think she's going to really just kind of shoot in the takedowns. She'll be able to put Anderson on her butt, on her back, whatever you want to call it. And
especially the win over Marion Renault.
I really do think that Zingano takes this right now, and I think she takes it most in grappling. And it's going to be a wrestling affair. It's going to be a grappling affair. It's not fair to call it a wrestling affair. I think it's to the point where the first round, Zingano kind of tests the waters. Don't get me wrong. If I'm honest, Zingano's her striking has not looked good in her past couple fights. It's I can't say it looks sloppy, because in fights against Amanda Nunes, ironically, way back when.
That was a long time ago, 2014. Her
striking was great, at least the ground and pound goes. And
she was getting lit up, and then she won.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's her striking, her accuracy, and the ground and pound was good in the exchange. What I'm trying to say is, I like Zingano in this fight, based on her grappling experience.
I can see that.
Her wrestling is fantastic. Megan Anderson, if you're getting out-grappled by Holly Holm, which, by the way, doesn't have bad grappling. She has a fantastic camp behind her.
And she's fantastic in the clinch.
And she's a fantastic athlete.
She's very good entries on grappling.
This is why I'm going Kat Zingano, to be honest. Based on just the height discrepancy and the size difference, can I see Megan Anderson winning a decision based on,
I don't think there's any way Megan wins
I just don't see how Megan Anderson can keep it up for 3 rounds.
I think Megan finishes her in the first, or she loses.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with 100%. So my pick is still Zingano.
Especially after how Megan looked at weigh-ins, dude. She barely.
Yeah, my pick is Zingano decision. I'm just saying right now.
All right. I'm going Megan first round knockout.
Yeah, and I think it goes this or that.
Well, here's the thing. Kat's last 4 fights were against Marion Renault, Ketlin Vieira, Juliana Pena, and Ronda Rousey.
So basically,
none of which are strikers.
Yeah, exactly.
And she's got lit up in almost every one of those fights on the feet.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So I just don't have faith, and I really like Kat Zingano, and I guarantee she will, as someone who is in San Diego, I fucking love me some Kat Zingano. But, I just don't – I don't see a way for her to close the distance and not eat long, straight punches for the first 3 minutes of this fight and not get real desperate on the takedowns, which just lets Megan Anderson throw 4-piece combos on them. Yeah. Unless she's able to slip and duck some big shots from Megan, which I don't think Megan's going to throw. I think she's mostly going to stick to a jab, like a 1-2 like she normally does, with a couple uppercuts thrown in. And then once she really starts teeing off, she'll throw in the clinch, which is the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous. Because Megan will step in with a tie plum and then hit the body and hit the head or hit elbows, but and that's the terrible plan against Kat. But I think Megan's just going to stick her. She's just going to feint jabs, press her to the cage, and stick her on the outside and force her to make bad decisions on the shots from far out. I think that's going to be a big, big problem. However, if Kat makes it through the first round, or if Megan gets too overzealous when she starts landing and collapses the distance into the clinch, I think Kat gets on top and starts bombing on her. And then from that point, if at any point Kat gets top position, especially half guard or Mel, and starts being able to rain down elbows and make Megan work, I think it's all over from there. Even if the next round starts on the feet, I think Megan's going to really be gassed and really have trouble. But I got to take Megan early just because Kat hasn't fought the quality of striker that Megan is, especially at that size. So. And I feel like the UFC is really trying to bank on Megan Anderson getting the next 145 title shot, regardless.
I can see that too. Technically, what was it? She just fought Holly the first time.
Yeah. And Holly was stylistically a terrible matchup for her, just because Holly's not going to engage on the outside, and Holly is real good in the clinch, as was shown against Cyborg. So
yeah. And then my brother, who's talking shit, go to the live chat.
Oh,
fuck you, Kyle.
Kyle Madaffer, what you? Open up. He's still
no. He texted me right now. You look tired. You better wake the fuck up.
Oh, we look tired, Kyle. Do we look tired, or do you?
Sorry, hey Kyle. We've been only
after?
drinking for the past 3 or 4 hours.
Also, Mr. Kirkland Tequila Silver. Why don't you step your Kirkland Tequila Silver game?
You know me, motherfucker. I naturally look pretty high or tired. So
that's true. That's true. We haven't even smoked one bowl since Chris has been here.
Yeah.
Which is probably a mistake.
So fuck you, Kyle. Hey, comment now if you're hearing this. Fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle. Nice tequila, bro. Anyway, so the odds on this fight are Megan Anderson. Wow. What the fuck? Megan Anderson's a plus 120 favorite to a minus 150.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Kat Zingano, that seems wide. I would have thought it was like minus 130 to 110 or something like that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
I thought it would be a little closer. I figured Kat would be the favorite because of experience and because of her wrestling prowess. But man, that's interesting. There's a couple fights on this card that I'm like, I don't know. Let's see. Yeah. We'll keep on moving on. Let's try and speed this up because my fucking left side of my face is melting off. Andre Arlovsky versus Wall Harris. This is just going to be a slobber knocker, right?
100%. I don't really kind of.
I have no ability to judge at all how an Andre Arlovsky fight is going to go at this point. I picked him correctly in the last 2 fights.
So
I don't know
his
why.
Last couple fights. Cause remember, there was a fight he had where I scored. Was it tie? No, I think I actually scored for him. I don't even know. Maybe it was Abdur Makinov. Actually, you know what? I don't even know who the fuck I scored it for.
Yeah. No, all I know is Andre has been in a lot of. All I'm going to say is, if you're going to bet this fight, bet it by decision. Because Andre Arlovsky has been getting real good at avoiding big damage in the way that'll finish him. He'll still eat shots, but dude has gotten very good at that Jackson Link elusiveness. In the same way,
touche to that.
For real. He 100% has changed his game to the point where now he is this is probably going to decision. I just figure who is going to be able to outlast the other.
Is Walt Harris either the AK or is that Will Harris? I get these motherfuckers. No, Is it the Lewis guy? God damn it! I always get these guys.
He's out of Alabama via home team.
It's not this guy.
Sure.
Who's the guy that's from AKA? That's fucking. I don't want to say he's fat, but he's a big guy.
I know who you're talking about.
God damn it! Who is that?
It's not Walt
He
Harris.
just beat like Mark Hunt or some shit, or not him. God damn it!
Yeah, god damn it.
You know
I
what I'm
think his
saying?
name
It's
might
like
also be
Walt Harris, Will Harris, Walt Lewis.
It might be Will Harris.
Like, what the
It might
fuck?
be Will Harris.
I don't even know who these guys' names are anymore. Like, holy shit. And then now my brother's talking shit right now as we tell it. Sorry. It's like, dude, just do it here.
Hey! Shouts out to Mesutkan in Germany, where it's 8 a.m. over there, and they thought the main event is already over. Nope, main event hasn't started yet. John Jones still has plenty of time to fuck up this entire card for you, so give it time. He will do blow. Hopefully it'll be after the fight, not before the fight, but really it's up in the air. Also, shouts out to Stone Berlin, which you've been to.
Yes, Stone Berlin is absolutely fantastic. I know I just talked shit on my brother, but I know, Kyle, if you actually want to stop being a pussy.
Hey, Chris, fuck yourself. I just got that.
Go ahead and talk about how awesome Stone Berlin is.
Yeah.
Stone Berlin has their awesome Berlin Weisser beer there.
Yeah, they had the Berliner Weiss.
They had their own version of the Mexican hot chocolate beer.
The Weiss.
They had their they had the Chocobase, their own German style there.
And they had the Weitgeist, which is like their delicious Berliner Weiss that I'm a big fan of.
Yeah.
So yeah, shouts out to Germany, bro.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep on moving on.
Dankeschön. In Germany.
Yeah. Shouts out to I'm not even gonna reference the fucking Ferris Bueller movie. Keep going.
So where are we at right now? So we got Arlovsky.
Arlovsky.
The Harrisons are weak. I can't.
I've got Walt Harrison. Do I? I don't have Walt Harrison in this. I don't.
Is this the same motherfucker that fought Chase Sherman?
Yes.
I got him. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Wait, no, you know what? Nope, I don't. You know why? Because I remember when he was in clinch, he was like this, just standing still. And then it was like, wait, what's going on in this fight? So you know what? I got Arlovsky.
I got this fight going to this.
I don't even know.
I like how you're losing it.
I'm like losing my shit. I got Arlovsky. Fuck it, dude. Because I remember.
Fucking Kyle.
God damn it.
Anyway, this is getting distracted. But anyway, so I
don't know. I got Arlovsky because when I watched was it Walt or Will? It's Walt. I'm thinking of the guy who's the badass YouTube guy who does the inanimate.
Oh, that's Will Harris.
That's Will. Thank you. Fuck. So
Walt Harris is
the fighter.
The big ticket.
Yes. I just remember when I saw him fight last. It's mostly clinch exchanges and
so I mostly got this fight by Andre Arlovsky by just literally veteraning the shit out of the decision.
That's what I'm thinking. I just think he just jab, seek the outside, hook, keep you against the cage. What he did to Tai Tuivasa, but who ended up winning that fight? Wasn't it? Tai
Tuivasa, but Tai's I feel like more dynamic and I had Walt Harris.
I think it's gonna happen to that fight, except that this guy is a less experienced Tai Tuivasa. No.
Less explosive is what I would say.
No disrespect to Walt Harris. Here.
So I'm leaning that way. We'll go ahead and give the odds on that real quick. Walt Harris is a minus 190 favorite to a plus 155 Arlovsky. That's gonna crazy to me too. I get that he's younger and he's looked better, but he's also fought much lower competition.
Yeah.
And while I like Walt Harris a lot, and I am a big fan of his, Andre Arlovsky has just been looking like Andre Arlovsky. So, man, I'm realizing right now I have most of the underdogs on this card, and that fucking is scary. Anyway.
So this next fight to me.
Yep. So we got Chad Mendes taking on Alexander Volkanovski. Last fight of the prelims. You know what? This is the main card. So we're going to kill this feed here. I'm going to take a piss real quick because I'm not going to piss on Mike. And we will be back in like 2 minutes to break down just the main card of UFC 232. So we'll be right back and enjoy it. Kyle Madaffert, you stay in the chat, bro. I'm looking at you right there.
Hey,
Kyle Madaffert, take a
that.
shot. We'll be right back, sir. Also, Senor from Berlin, not from Berlin, from Germany. Go watch some Hedwig and the Angry Inch or some I can't remember the German punk band I was going to reference. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll be back soon.